like in my infinite wisdom of YouTube. Somebody was
Yeah.
talking to me the other day about, I've been putting some of my abundance stuff up there, and they said, whatever you do, don't like channelize it. Just throw everything into one so that I don't have to go around and look for it. I'm like, I don't know if that's exactly the best strategy with YouTube, but okay.
How you been?
Okay. We are. I'm watching myself on YouTube, so apparently we're up.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen my I don't have my iPad with me today, so I can't follow.
Okay. Oh, on YouTube, will there be like people could comment? I mean,
I don't know. I think they can, but I don't know how it works in the live version. I'm sure there is.
okay. So if you're watching us live, sorry.
Welcome.
We're just gonna have our conversation.
We're still learning. We're still learning.
That's right. Well, Andy
multiple
and I
platforms.
get together. That's right. Every Monday, even though it feels like it has been a year since we talked last.
Right.
How did your April end up?
April ended good, kind of crazy. I've been really busy.
I can tell
because it's good, but it's just been, I'm up at 4:30. Some days I'm out the door by 5:30, and I don't get home till 7, 8 o'clock. It's great.
Abundance.
I saw it was
birthday. Did you guys have some fun yesterday?
What was yesterday?
Wasn't it Scott's
yesterday?
birthday?
I worked. Saturday was his birthday, okay. And we actually had a first communion. So yeah, it was a beautiful day out. It was a little windy, but sat in the sun and captured all that free vitamin D. It was a good day.
Awesome. That's awesome. Friday was embroiled with rice bowl-a-thon.
I know. I kept seeing things, and if you could see, I was like not on Facebook hardly at all. Like I make a post and I was like gone. And I'm like seeing things. I'm like, oh, I just don't even have time to like. I was a little
That's all we needed
that I didn't have the time, but it looked great. I was like, oh my gosh. And you had this one post that I saw, and I'm like, oh, it was great. And
Which
then
one?
I don't even remember. There's something, and then you were fabulous with Dr. Dave. I did get on that Zoom. For some reason, I had that moment, and he got on and did was it with the resources?
Yeah.
That was great. I got to hear the resources. You were on. It was great. So
awesome. Yep. And well, here's what's really fun. We had the little Zoom party, and it was all people that are dream catchers, which I thought was really cool. I mean, that kind of finished it up with our 1B7. But what really came up like Saturday, as I was processing everything that happened, I went, you know what? There is a really good chance that we could use this model for rice bowls, get it a little bit better organized. But when we're introducing new people into Oola that don't have it, that want to be ambassadors, this is a great way to like play a game with people. Like, have you been to a Pampered Chef party lately? They have a lot of interaction. Yep. We could easily be doing something like that. We could throw some games into it. And in my mind, like what I'm trying to build with my champion ambassadors is that we have more of a friend, fun focus so that people get that socializing, get that extra, I don't know, just recharge from each other. I'm tired of watching so many Zooms that are just like one way, right? I want it to be
participation.
Yeah. Let's get involved. And so I'm like, one of the things I'm doing in my group is Fridays, I'm doing a social, and it'll be morning coffee one week and a cocktail the next week.
Oh, and I love that.
You can invite people on, we'll chat. I mean, seriously, have a social time. And then people can drop off, or they can stay and hear about the Oola life that we practice and focus on, sharing the opportunity.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's my month of May, my big goal.
That's awesome. May. Yeah, I it's so funny. Listen to the resources. I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. I plan out my day pretty good, but they're all with my appointments and not with the little 15 minutes I should be reaching out to people. Just saying, hey, do you want to get on this Zoom? Do you want to learn about this? Can I send you this? you know, from all the different aspects of my income, right? Because there's always something
Mhm.
of all the different, you know, businesses and stuff that we have going on, to just take that extra time and book it in. Because I don't usually, I'm just sitting there going, right, like I just sit there. I'm like, okay, no, it's
Mhm.
only 15 minutes. It only takes 15 minutes to reach out to somebody, you know, like
Right.
reach out and
And now
say, and if
that
they get
we,
back to you, you can
yeah, now that we have this social thing, it would be very easy for you to just like,
invite to the
here's what I
social.
think. Let's make it fun. You know what I mean? Like, let's make it fun to have this part of our business. Did you
Yeah.
catch Travis? CEO is what they're calling him now. On
So he doesn't get to be the suit, because I thought we took a poll and the
I
suit
liked the
won.
suit, but they do call him TO.
Yeah.
But did you see the compensation plan where he did the spreadsheet? A lot of people freaked out on the spreadsheet, but did you
Little
see
bit.
it?
I
Okay.
saw it, but I did not.
But what was cool about his spreadsheet was he showed us how you can make $5,000 in the first 90 days. And that's cumulative, but it's 1,000 your first month and then 1,500, well, whatever, however it worked out. I guess it was 500, 1,000 and 3,500.
Yeah, if you reach the different levels. Yeah.
Yes. And then if you were to not, like basically you get your structure and then you teach the people under you how to do that same structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
You replicate. And he
Yep,
was
because
saying,
if they hit the level and it pushes you the next level, then yeah,
yeah, it multiplies. It's amazing. But
and then
what he said was,
quadruples and then keeps, yeah.
yes, if you don't do anything else, the residual income from that, now, of course, we're going to do other things because we're coaches and we want to help people, but the residual income is still in the 2,000 a month. And so what I really want to focus on is what can we do to help people in those first 90 days to really follow the model. And so my brain's just kind of been on fire of, oh, we can do this and we can try that. And so one of the things I'm doing is the dream catcher oil. You know how I do my abundance oil every day?
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to get people into the dream catcher oil. And then yesterday I was talking to a gal from my HBR group who just is starting to get certified in AFT.
Yep.
And so I'm going to model it very similar to what Martha Krejci does, in that she'll be our AFT, come into our group maybe once a week and restart us on AFT to keep those affirmations high about what we
Love
want to
it.
do to build our business.
Yeah,
So
that'll
I
be
think
amazing.
I think we're going to have some really good traction with that. So be ready to kick in for our 90 days and we're just going to have fun with it.
I think I'll send you some information with some other things for you to check out, because
Okay.
there's another thing I've been doing that they have a similar program set up like that.
Is this the Q Science? Okay. Yeah, I
They
want
have
to know
some
more.
very, very cool systems set up to have people introduce and to invite people to their informative things, but it is interactive. They do have Q&As. They have, and I mean, they've gotten enough people set up and at a different level. Once you reach a certain level, you get trained to do that and to give their presentation, do their thing, and then go through the Q&As and do that kind of thing. So, but they have enough people doing them at this point. You can find one every day.
That's really cool. I'll definitely send me information on that, because I've heard people talking about Q Science, but I don't know anything about it.
Absolutely. I'll get you on a QIQ. That's what they call it.
Ooh.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay. Very nice. So what else you got going on?
What else? In a week, and not next week, the week after, I'm actually starting a new fitness challenge.
Okay.
My trainer is doing a slim down to summer at my gym, which don't really need that. There's a lot of people there. She's got like probably a dozen people who've signed up to do this.
Okay.
And I'm probably the most advanced person in that's going to do it, but I think I'm doing it just to, with the fitness in it. So it'll be 6 days a week. She's going to give us the workouts, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It could be an interesting diet change. She wants to change up my macros and some different stuff that I'm not used to. So I'm a
Mm.
little nervous because I've been doing what I've been doing for a while,
Are you still
and
on the meat diet?
mostly carnivore, 80, 90%. I mean, depending,
Right.
depends on the day. Sometimes I, get a few extra carbs in there. Sometimes I'll have a salad or get some vegetables in. Um,
No, the
yeah,
horror. Ah, not a
but
Brussels sprout.
what's funny is I told somebody like I love Brussels sprouts. It's so funny because I remember when I first started carnivore, my buddy got Brussels sprouts with bacon. I go, and then I was like, oh, and I was like, oh no. He goes, what? I go, I just cheated with a Brussels sprout. Said no one ever. Like I want to
Exactly.
design a carnivore T-shirt that has steak, and then I cheated with a Brussels sprout. Like it's so funny because I
Yeah.
love Brussels sprouts, but it's also with thyroid issues.
Mm.
You have to be careful with the cruciferous vegetables.
Ah,
Like
interesting.
you shouldn't have them every day. And I love
Interesting.
those ones,
Right.
cauliflower, asparagus, and so you have to be careful with some of those, eating them every
That
day.
reminds
They
me.
will affect
Yeah.
thyroid. So that was the first thing, is like when you're taking my favorite vegetables away, is like, why eat any of the others? So carnivore came pretty easy.
Okay.
Um,
I'm making a note because I've got to read that book on thyroid. I told you the doctor just was like, you're fine. Your numbers are good.
yeah, there's a book called Paleo for Thyroid. And I might have told you about it. I was actually,
Mm-mm.
I'm in the process of reading it. It's about a woman who was just misdiagnosed and pushed aside for a long time because they don't get it. And
Yeah.
she kind of she shows you tests to run. This is what you might want to do, and how to help yourself and that kind of stuff. So most times find things with iodine. That's usually the best way to start, is iodine and a
Okay.
thyroid supplement, just to see.
Yeah.
I know you were doing that thyroid supplement, so
Yeah. I'm going to start it back up. Like I said, I was pulling off just to see if there was anything. My skin has gotten better. I told you that I'm doing intermittent fasting.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just
So
doing
what
the
what are
16
your
off and the 8 on.
so 16/8. Okay.
Yep. And I haven't switched it up and I'm not controlling anything I eat in my 8 hours because I
You
wanted to
don't
prove to myself that I could make the habit.
so
And
is it feel easy for you?
it does. I mean, there's a in the mornings for breakfast, I have to kind of go, it's not time yet, but I'll drink some water and,
Now, are you putting anything in your coffee?
yes,
Okay, so
cream.
if you put something in there that counts as your first,
I know.
that's you breaking the fast.
Don't tell
Yeah.
anybody. Don't tell anybody.
So, well, do you eat dinner?
Yes,
Okay. Well, I'm just curious on your window. I'm just
right. I am not counting the coffee, but that was just a concession to myself. So,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, once you get that down and you figure out that, I mean, 8 hours is still a pretty, and then you try
mhm,
to get it down to like 7 hours, and get it to the point where you can get everything in that 6 hours. And there's a book that I had a client send me, and you can eat anything you want within that 6 hour window, and you can eat it all day long. Like you
mm,
can whatever.
right.
Um, I don't think you have as good of weight loss, or as good of, depending on what you're eating, depends on what your goals are. Um,
So for me, what
the
the real problem I was having was digestion. And what I've noticed is that it's hugely affected by giving myself that time.
Yeah,
And I
so if you
needed
can
that.
even extend it, that's the whole. Yeah, fasting is amazing because, and even you look at diabetes. Diabetes, everybody is pre-diabetic almost, right? Like so many people, and I
Mm,
think it's because we have gone to eating all day, every day,
right.
right? Like we're eating within 12, 10, a huge eating window, and eating 6 times a day.
Right.
And instead of, we're not giving our pancreas a break. Like I get there are programs out there that tell you to do that. And I understand part of it, but I love the intermittent fasting. And I can tell when I have gone past my hours, or if I eat too late, like my body knows, and it really likes the break. It likes not having food. Like it
Mhm.
wants to actually, your body, like I tell people, it's like cleaning your refrigerator. You can't clean
Mhm.
your refrigerator with food in it. Your
Mm.
body can't clean itself. It can't. clean up the misfolded proteins. It's not going to break down all that fat. It's not going to do things it's designed to do as long as we keep shoving stuff in our pie hole.
Yeah.
So getting that to happen. And then once you get to the point where you can do like an 18-hour fast, then, you know, after a couple of weeks of that, then one day try to do a 24, which is, when you're sleeping, it's, you know, you think about how much sleep you get. If you do it where you can get some extra sleep time and extends that fast. And
yeah, I'm in that about 6 hours of sleep zone. So,
because that's just
yeah, it's
all
natural.
you get.
It's natural. I'm not tired. And in fact, I was really kind of surprised. Because of the breast scare, I went off caffeine for a while and lowered it to much lower than I had been.
Yep.
And what I noticed was it didn't affect, like, it actually gave me more energy to where I wasn't
not having it.
I wasn't tired at night.
Well, because caffeine affects your adrenal glands, again, hormones, and it'll wear them out, and then that'll.
So I started doing a lot of the chicory or barley, non-caffeinated drinks, and I'm actually doing really well with them.
That's great.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, like, can you drink too much chicory? Because I'm putting down
will ask.
quite a bit.
I have my friend who's the chiropractor. She does a lot of Ayurvedic medicine, and so she's made that, and she's the ex that does. She makes her little thing, and so I'll ask her that. She might know.
Well, and I ended up, so then I started exploring. My friend told me about this Dandy brand, which is like dandelion. So with some chicory in it. And that one's really good. And then I tried this barley blueberry thing. And again, no sugar, just it tastes like coffee. And then I got
the mushroom coffee. Have you tried the mushroom coffee?
Yeah, but it has caffeine in it. It's actually in the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ayurvedic coffee is more like a herbal tea.
Okay.
And it has the one that I bought has ashwagandha root in it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so very interesting. I mean, so I'm exploring and enjoying this different taste. It's not coffee, but it's a great substitute for it. So now I have to wean myself off cream. So
nothing wrong with heavy cream.
I love the cream.
It's good it's fat. That's your fat for the morning. That's good for you.
Love it. So anyway.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Chris, did you hear that? There's nothing wrong with my fat.
You need fat to burn fat. That is nothing. This is carbs and sugar. It's carbs and sugar. Has nothing to do with the amount of fat you eat. I took a picture of myself when I was eating a lot of fat and a lot of meat. And when I first did my carnivore, I can show you a picture of my front and my abs. I actually kind of had them. And I've been lax the last couple of months. And I took a picture the other day before I start this 6-week crazy thing. And I'm like, ooh, boo. And I showed Scott, I'm like, look at the difference. This is when I was hardcore, no carbs, like not even the vegetables, but like, no, I was none of it, no sugar. And I am less puffy. And when the past couple months, I've been a little bit more lax. I've had things that, you know, I've kept my weight down, but I can see the puffiness change around my tummy just from that.
Interesting.
So, yep. I was kind of amazed because my weight hasn't changed. And I put my same 2-piece on and we took the picture and I'm like, oh my God. Now my butt looks different. He thinks it looks better this time around, you know, because I do the backside and you do the side, you take all the body pictures. So I noticed the stomach looks better in the first picture, but my butt looks better in the second picture. Like just how my thighs are and just the lift, you know.
Isn't it interesting that you can mold your body by the different things you do? I mean, it is fascinating. I was very inspired by a woman's post I saw the other day, and she was sharing that she was 58 and she'd become a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And it was gorgeous just looking at her body thinking, who am I to say, oh, I'm too old to do that kind of stuff, when I see people like that and I'm like, yeah.
There are some ladies out there that are. Do you follow Avonlea?
No. I should.
So she's been working on bodybuilding, like as a bikini for a bikini competition.
Interesting.
And she posted a picture of her butt the other day. It was great because she goes, here's the transition from, you know, how many months it's taking to do it. And it's not a, you can see the transition, but it's amazing in that month what you can do with your thighs and your butt with those exercises and what you do. But it's kind of
Okay,
cool because you're like,
I'll have to
huh,
follow her.
yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. And her transition. So let's say Oola Palooza. I don't know what
Right. Are you
I
going
believe
in this December?
I plan on it. I
Okay.
think I
I have
have
a
the
ticket.
ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should, right? From, yeah. I would have loved to advance to the VIP, but I think those are all sold out.
I didn't. I'm in whatever I'm in.
I know. I just wanted to do it because I used to do that fun, crazy trip.
Yeah.
So in Vegas, they did something. Yeah. So I think after I remember Dave in that next year, we were talking about goals, and I remember Dave um, mentioning a percentage of body fat was his goal and how hard he was going to work out. And then Adina was, her goal. And then it was interesting because I was following, and then Avonlea, you started seeing her goals and how she was processed, trying, working to change her body and sculpt it. It was interesting because, we all kind of had the same fitness kind of direction. So I've been following all of them on all that kind of stuff. So it's been kind of cool. If we all had taken that picture back at us to, like I take our picture when we took an Oola Palooza, and then you're going to show back up in December, and it'll be completely different. So
we need a bikini booth at Oola Palooza to take pictures of people.
Oh, I don't know if I need a bikini booth, but
we'll do it in the women's restroom where no one will see but us, and then we'll hold each other accountable. I might do that. Bring your bikini.
Okay.
We probably should call it a day.
Is it that time? Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
Have a great May. I know
You
we're going to
too.
talk every week, but I do have my list on. I've started writing in my planner. I got to tell you though, I am super with this whole thing with 1B7 and this thought of this new product that's going to take the planner to the next level in my mind. I'm super excited because I'm one of those people who always wants to keep trying new things, right? And this could be the thing, and I'm going to make it the thing. I'm going to make it work for me. I'm going to have it in front of me every day, and it's going to change my world. And then I'm going to be able to share it with people because I have that total confidence that this is a game changer.
Well, that's where I'm headed right now. I'm going to go over to my office. I'm going to do a little self-care, maybe hop in my son. I'm going to take the planner in there, and then I'm actually going to have my iPad, and I'm going to attempt to get ready for May resources. And I'll send you the QIQ information so you can get on their Zoom and kind of check out.
Yeah.
It's a great little thing. Yeah. Anybody else?
Think of it. Would you send me the supplement, like how to find a person who does the supplements like you do?
You mean you want like a chiropractor to do the muscle testing, to put you on specific stuff, or you want the company that I use and recommend some stuff?
Both.
I can do that too.
Because I need somebody to give me the assessment so that I know what to order.
Yep.
Okay. You're awesome.
All right. Have a wonderful day. I look forward to talking to you again. And yeah, go kick some butt.
I'm going.